These clouds sort of represent my feelings right now. I'm just so pissed off, disturbed, and aggravated, and fucking irritated. And there goes my resolve to be as kosher as possible. But the bombs are gonna drop. I think they're just gonna drop. So for those of you who, oh goodness, all up in my face. So I've been cleaning all day. I'm breaking out. I'm doing rehab. Sorry, I'm looking at my face for the first time today. But I'm doing a rehab and I'm breaking out everywhere. I think it's all the stuff flying around the dirty old house. My house is 130 years old. Yay! Okay, so let me just get out where I want to get out. And let me see if I can actually, well, let me do it this way. So so in the pursuit of always leveling up myself and always pursuing change and opportunity and just redefining myself in my life to live more according to how I want to live, I've taken on the challenge of a home rehab. And so as my first investment property, I purchased it in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. I closed in mid-May. A couple weeks ago, I started demolition with just myself. I was going to start by myself, but one of my relatives in town said, pretty much brought her husband over and said he'll be happy to help you, but he might charge. I'm like, fine, whatever. I'm fine paying, somebody to help me demolish a fucking house. But anyway, already digressing. He comes in. He's in his 60s. He looks like he's in his 60s. He has a slight limp. I don't know the degree. This is the first time meeting him. They've been married for 15 years. I'm not particularly close with the cousin, but she was a close cousin of my mother's, a close friend and cousin of my mother's. So, I do keep in touch with her. Her husband comes in. He's like, hey, I'll help you work on the house for $9 an hour. And I'm like, man, I'm not going to pay you $9 an hour. I'll pay you $15 at minimum. Something, respect the age, respect the experience, something. I can't, go all out baller or anything, but I can do 15. Actually, what I said was, how do you want to be paid? That's what I said. I said, do you want to be paid by project? Do you want to be paid by hour? Or, how do you want, what type of pay situation are you looking for? He goes, no, I'll take $9 an hour. I can do that. I was like, well, if we're doing hourly, I can do 15 minimum. So fine, dandy. And he's like, oh shit, that's great, blah, blah, blah. Now, fast forward a couple weeks, and he's done great work. We've literally demolished, he and I pretty much demolished the house within a few days. He brought in a homeboy of his, who's also in his 60s, or he's turning 59 rather next week. And between the three of us, we're done in under a week demoing the whole house. Not necessarily discarding everything, but completely, pretty much, well, I mean, there's a couple of ceilings, but pretty much the house is done. So this week we've been pretty much cleaning up and trying to organize. I'm so tired, I'm just lagging. But, so I'm complaining about these two men, or whatever we want to call them. For now, I'll call them men, but they are something else seriously right now in my head, believe that. So the first one is, I'm going to call him Cuzzo, okay? Another one is his friend Goose. And they pride themselves on being manly fucking men. They're so freaking macho, it's stupid. Like literally, I don't call people stupid. I don't believe there's stupid questions. I don't believe that people are necessarily stupid. I literally told someone a couple weeks ago who told me that he thought I was brilliant. I said, well, I don't consider myself brilliant. I said, I do consider myself a thinker because I think a lot. I turn problems over my head. I consider various, scenarios and possibilities and all these other things. I'm a problem solver. So I said, so I don't consider that intelligence necessarily, just the way that I am. These two men, they make me... I told my aunt the other day, I said I never felt smart until these two men came into my life. Like, how can you be so fucking ignorant? I don't understand it. They are so beyond anything I can conceptualize as intelligence, lacking thereof, that I just can't understand it. So anyway, They apparently have an issue working for a woman. But yet, this woman is building a house that they're assisting with and getting wages from. But they have an issue working and respecting, working for and respecting a woman. So early on, one of the first beefs I had with them was they started talking about R. Kelly. And for those of you who don't know, I'm not down with R. Kelly. Used to love him, but all the allegations I've been through for a long time. So some radio show was discussing R. Kelly, and these two grown-ass black men, by the way, black fucking men, started talking about how they need to leave R. Kelly alone because he offered those girls money. And because he offered them money, it's their fault whatever happened, and blah, blah, Skippy. I nearly threw my fucking shovel through the window. And I literally told these two grown-ass black men, this is not a conversation you're going to have around me. Period. What you talking about? What's wrong? What's wrong? We're not going to talk about R. Kelly. I said, this conversation that you guys are having right now will have me shutting this whole fucking house down right now. We're not going to have it. Oh, well, you know, we're just, you know, what's wrong with R. Kelly? I'm not going to have the conversation with you. Like, I really, you just need to stop talking about R. Kelly right now because I'm not going to take it well. I'm not going to take it well. I'm telling you now, just shut the fuck up. I think at that point, I actually held in to shut the fuck up, but it was so close to my, it was right there. It was almost came out. But that moment, I held in, shut the fuck up. But it was on a tip of my tongue. But I held in for that moment. One of them, Goose, he got the point. The other one was like, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know why you get all upset. Are you kidding? You're talking about a rapist, statutory at the very minimum, and saying it's okay that he did what he did because he offered money. Who the fuck are you people? But anyway. Woosah. So, I don't know. That was like day 1 or 2. Like day 1 or 2, and I had to focus on demolishing the fucking house. So anyway, that will tell you about how my week has gone. I think the next, so on that day, they're both talking about taking out all my windows. We're on the 2nd story, demolishing the 2nd story, and they're talking about taking out the windows so they can put shovels through the window. I said, if you know how to control your emotions, it should be easy to put a shovel through the open window. You don't have to remove the window from the wall. No. It would be so much easier to shovel debris through the window if we took the whole window out of the wall. And I'm like, if you control your emotions, you can shovel through an open window. I'm getting loud on the street corner. So sorry. But anyway, so I just stopped talking. Like, I don't like screaming. I don't like arguing. I live alone. I love living alone at this point in my life. I do not like conflict. And if you are going to force me into conflict, I'm just not going to communicate with you. I'm done. I don't need it. You're not going to fuck up my peace. Leave me the fuck alone. Shut the fuck up. Get out my face. That's where I'm at. So much for kosher. Anyway. So that's one thing. So I told them already, I don't want to remove the window from the wall so you can put a shovel through a window. Figure that shit out. Like, you should be intelligent enough to figure out how to ease a shovel through an open window. I don't know. Like what? Anyway, next day, a guy that actually paid to do the demo, who never did the demo, came to get paid for not doing the demo. I can't make this shit up. All black men. I'm like, oh my gosh. You just try to work with your people, and your people just don't want to work with you. But whatever, here I'm at. Here I am. So, Lynn, he comes to get his money, or he comes to insinuate that he's coming to get his money, and I just look at him and talk to him like, I don't even know what you're talking about, dude, because I'm doing the work that I was going to pay you for. So, what you mean? He's like, how we going to do this? How we going to do what? You going to finish this job? Because as far as I know, I've demolished the whole top floor and paid 2 other helpers to help me do it, and you were supposed to do this 5 days ago. So what we gonna do? Woo! So the other 2 men in my house, working on my clock, started talking to Lynn like Lynn is a decision maker. Hey Lynn, we want to open this window. We want to take this window off the wall. What do you think? You know, do you think we should take this window off the wall? And that way it'll be easier for us to put stuff through the window. And I literally said, am I fucking standing here? Do you not see me? Who is Lynn? He came for money from me. And he ain't getting shit today. And you asking him what to do with my property? That was going through my head. What came out my mouth was in fucking no. End of conversation. They said, what? I said, in fucking no. What don't you get? In fucking no. The window's not coming out the wall. No need to ask anybody else. Done. Get to work. First time I think I've ever cursed at anybody in any job situation. I think. But seriously? So that was like day 3. How am I still breathing? So today, this is a week ago. That was a week ago Friday, last Friday. Today, Johnny, oops, I gave you his name, Cuzzo. Cuzzo just set me off so hard that I'm just like, do I really need help shoveling more cement? Because I can probably figure out how to break my back on my own. So Cuzzo literally said today, grown-ass man, grown-ass black man, by the way, and relative. He's married to one of my cousins. In case you forgot I said that. The last couple of days, he's kept saying, "Oh, you stronger than me. Oh, you stronger than me. Oh, you stronger than me." And at first I was like, "I'm not stronger than you. I just work differently." Just because I said I'm not going to break my back trying to lift everything that you're lifting. I'm telling him not to lift all this heavy stuff and use leverage and, use your body in a more practical way. He's like up here trying to walk with shovelfuls of cement. Okay, post up, take a scoop, toss it. Scoop, toss, spin, scoop, toss, spin, scoop, toss. I said, why are you trying to walk all the way across a room that's filled with debris and you have a limp leg? Why are you trying to do that? Just post your ass up, sit down if you have to, scoop it out the window. That's all you have to do. I ain't gonna sit down. That's what ladies do. That's what women do. Oh, you lazy, you lazy. Oh, I'm lazy. But yet, my shit's done. 2 grown men working on one pile. Me working on my own pile. I'm done before them. And they ask me, hey, little lady, you need help over there? I say, y'all look at my shit, then look at your shit. Who needs to help? I'm good. Okay, still trying to calm down. I have not been around chauvinists and really, no one ever like this. But just even like subtle chauvinist behavior, I can't recall ever being around anything like this. And so, anyway, so I'm little lady. Now this little lady is stronger than them, so they don't want to help me lift anything, but they want to make everything extra heavy, right? And so very just toxic, very what do we say? It's not even microaggression. It's like full on aggressive, like just nasty, rude, ignorant, and so yesterday it was all, you stronger than me, you stronger than me. I'm like, whatever, old man. At this point, he's old man. I'm like, whatever, old man. And today, I had no words for him. So Goose stopped showing up after Goose got the first paycheck. I'm like, so Goose don't need to come back. Stay away, please, whatever. So old man is like, today, I'm not talking because I'm like, I just don't have the energy for it. I go in, I just start working and, whatever. So an hour or 2 into the day, he's like, hey, why are you so quiet? Why aren't you talking? I'm getting used to you talking, blah, blah, blah. I like debating with you. I said, we're not debating. No, we do debate. No, we're not really debating. You're pissing me the fuck off. That's not a debate. Goes, no, why aren't you talking? And then I said, because I'm tired. I already told you I'm tired. I don't want to talk. There's nothing to talk about. I'm good. This Negro then asked me, so what you gonna do when you old? You ain't got no man. You ain't got no kids. What you gonna do when you old? I said, that right there is why I ain't talking to your punk ass. I ain't say punk ass. I said, that right there is why I ain't talking. You just say the most ridiculous, offensive things. He's like, what's so offensive about that? I just want to know what you're gonna do for a family. If you gonna be old and you ain't gonna have no family and you ain't gonna have nothing, what you gonna do? I said, I know plenty of women who have had children who have no one supporting them in their old age. Children does not necessitate or necessarily mean that you have family. Family is more than just children, you know. And he's like, oh, no, it's not. No, 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 no. That's what it is. And since he's so rude and ruthless, I'm going to put his business out here. So I turned to him. I said, so do you have children? Yeah, I had three daughters. Okay. He goes, he named where 2 lived. I said, okay, what about the third? He goes, oh, the third, her mammy killed her. I said, her mammy killed her? Not funny, but I'm like, let me just tell you, it took 5 to 10 minutes to get the story because of the way he talks. It's just like convoluted. And so I said, her mammy killed her? What you mean her mammy killed her? He said, well, the gal I was messing with at the time, I got pregnant and decided she didn't want to have the baby. And what she told me was, I can't bring a child into this world who would be like you. If that ain't telling you some shit. I don't want to bring a child into this world who is like you, and she forced a miscarriage on herself and ended up dying from the miscarriage. I said, shit, you should have told me that shit on the first day. In my head. I would have cut ties that the first day. Like, who does something like you're such a horrible person that someone forced themselves to have a miscarriage so they would not share a child with you? Like, and you still are such a horrible fucking person? Like, do you learn nothing from life? But I didn't say all that. Practicing grace. Practicing grace. Woo! So I went to another topic. Try to go silent again. Try to mind my own business. Didn't want to, you know, get all up in the man's business. But this Negro doesn't know how to leave well enough alone. So he kept poking at me. So now I understand what aggressions are. I understand when people are sort of poking at you because of their own insecurities. So I understand his machismo is making him feel very insecure. That one, here's a younger woman, right, who's paying him a wage to do work on her property, right? And he has his own shit. So I don't even know why he's in this headspace, but that's where he is. So here's someone who's basically telling him what she wants and how she wants it, and he can't deal. Not my issue. So later in the day, he said he's basically poking at me all day. And finally, I'm just like, I'm literally not trying to talk to this man. Just leave me alone. But at the end of the day, he said, out of the blue, like I wasn't talking, I was just minding my business, pulling nails out the studs quietly. And he said, I'm gonna have to shoot you if we ever get into it, because the way you slang these bags, I ain't gonna go with you. I'm just gonna shoot you. This man is sitting up in my fucking house thinking about how he's gonna deal with me if we get into a fight. And all he has to do is pull nails out of a fucking stud, bang a hammer up against a wall, and you thinking about how you gonna deal with me as a woman? You a grown-ass black man? Thinking about how you gonna deal with me if we get into a fight? For what fucking reason do we need to fight? And why is this your thought process? And how does this just come out of your mouth in the middle of nowhere when no one's talking to your punk ass? This has literally fucked up my mind for the last few hours. Like, I called my aunt, I told her about it. I'm just like, I don't even know what to do with this. I said, part of me is up here like, okay, should I just tell his wife, because I don't even have his phone number, call his wife and tell her to keep his ass at home tomorrow? Or should I just get this last bit of debris because, hey, I'm all practical as practical gets. I still need half a house moved off my property and sit in my side yard. So I'm like, I think I'll just get the work done, have him work through the weekend, and we done next week. We done next week. But this is crazy to me. I mean, it's just, it blows my fucking mind. Like, never in my life has someone told, never, has anyone ever told you that shit to your face? If we ever get into it, I'm gonna shoot you? Like, how is this a thought? How is this, like, for one, I'm literally not talking to you because you talk dumb shit all day long. Dumb, stupid shit. Like, I don't even have the, I don't have the space for it. And because I don't have the space for you in my mind, you're in your feelings and your comeback to make, I don't know, to belittle me. I don't know. This is how you talk to women? I'm going to have to shoot you. Man, I'm like, wow. So I'm like, oh shit, he got a gun right now? Like, how am I supposed to take this? Are you packing right now? Are you walking around with the gun in my house thinking if this bitch says one more thing to me, I'm just going, cap her? Like, who are you? So I'm talking to my aunt about this man. And I said, I don't even understand how my cousin is with this guy. Like, I said, literally, I don't understand how he's still living. Because she's living with this. And literally, I said, if I were to live with a person like this, I would just have to tell God, I'm sorry, as I'm smothering him in his fucking sleep. Like, he wouldn't, I said, how has he woken up for 15 years every single morning? I don't understand it. He wouldn't be mine waking up like this shit. He wouldn't be mine, period. Like, how do you think like this? And he's so demeaning, so very demeaning. Like, every single word is like, he only speaks to try to belittle me. And I don't feel belittled. I feel angry because he's attempting to belittle me. But there's a difference, right? Because he's so beneath my level that none of it is really scratching any surface as far as self-esteem or self-identity goes. But at the same time, I'm angered that he feels the need to violate my peace because I have something he thinks I shouldn't have, or I'm in a position he doesn't think I should be in, right? Because that's ultimately what it is. And you know, last year I went through this phase where I was saying black women stand alone. I stand alone. Like, there's no one in my corner. And this is a prime example. This is a prime example. I'm literally, you know, investing in the hood, in the fucking hood, trying to hire my people, black people, trying to make sure that, hey, licensed people, and I'm not even talking like unlicensed worker anyway, anything like that, because I do want licensed workers. And I want good workers, right? But I'm trying to give opportunities to women and black men, right? So the efforts that I put into this is proving to be not worth it. Truly not worth it. And it's astounding to me that every time I try to look out for who I think are my people, I'm repeatedly shown how much they are not. They are not mine. They are nowhere near mine. They, like, literally, I think I'm posting it this week. I posted something, or maybe I posted earlier this week on my other page, and I said, I was talking about this guy, this cousin, and I said, because he showed up, my bar is so fucking low. If you show up, I'm happy. Just show up, I'm happy. But then he worked, and I was over the moon. And then he worked and helped me achieve a goal, which was to remove everything from the house down to the studs, and I thought he was a godsend. And I said of this person at that time, within the first couple of days, I said, he will be my people forever, 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 ever, right? And I told my aunt today, all he had to do was keep his mouth shut. All he had to do was be quiet. But the way he is talking, his level of disrespect towards me, his level of antagonism, that's the word I was looking for. It's very antagonistic. His level of antagonism towards me is so egregious. Like, I can't even comprehend it. Like, it's so unnecessary. So one, I'm paying him more than he asked for. I'm paying him more by what, 45%? Thereabouts. Paying him more than he asked for. I supply water. I try and keep him watered. I tell him to take a rest. I'm okay if he's sitting down, because again, he's an older gentleman, has a cane, all that. Although he's trying to hobble around the house like he's, you know, 100 proof or whichever. But I'm like, don't hurt yourself. I'm not trying to return you to my cousin broke down. You know, I've provided lunch. I provided coffee. Like, I'm doing more than I absolutely need to, just to make sure that these men are nurtured. Watered, refreshed, something, rested, able to work well, right? And that's too much. And I get that sometimes people don't know how to treat kindness. I get that people don't know how to treat decency. I get that people don't understand what respect actually is. I understand that. But you're not gonna grind your disrespect on me for any amount. Like it's not gonna fly. So his whole thing is this man thinks that I owe him 40 hours a week. He really thinks I owe him 40 hours a week at $15 an hour so he can belittle me in my house. That's why I'm paying him my money. Today he was like, okay, I'll see you tomorrow at 8. I said, I ain't coming in at 8 tomorrow. I'll see you at 9. And we leaving early. You're going to get 2 or 3 hours tomorrow because I can't do, we're not working. I'm not spending another whole day with you. So, and he's, oh, you just don't want to pay me. You just don't want, oh, you so tight with your money. You don't want to pay me. Tight with my money. I can be anywhere I want with my money. Well, I'm not going to be. It's spending my time with somebody who doesn't recognize the greatness they're in the presence of, right? So you go get your shit right. Leave me alone. And I'll continue to keep my shit right where it is. So that's where I'm at. I'm so sorry for all the, you got all of it. But I needed to release. So, oh, you like my get up? So this was my construction LaShonda get up. I'm in all black today. So, I'm trying to cover my hair, but my hair is still getting covered by all the dust. My face is getting covered by all the dust. But anyway, I don't have any wise words for y'all tonight. I just needed to spill all that vitriol out because I'm not trying to go home with it. I have a habit of sitting in my car sometimes. In New York, what I would do, if anyone recalls, I don't know if I was posting then, but when I was in New York, I would get off the train from work and sit in a park, and I would just watch the sunset, and that was my decompression. And so now that I actually just found a corner, this corner is quite beautiful. But in Milwaukee, what I've been doing after I leave the house that I'm rehabbing, before I get to my apartment, I just sit in my car. And last night I sat in my car, and I've been sitting in my car longer and longer. I just noticed I've been sitting in there for like an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, close to 3 hours last night, I think. I'm just trying to decompress last night. And so today, I think today I've been in my car. I just ordered pizza. I'm about to go pick up my pizza because now I need to go eat my blues away or eat my frustration away. But I'm just sitting in the car longer and longer decompressing because I don't like taking this energy into my home space. And so, yeah, I needed to get this out so I can go rest at home, go get my shower, crawl up in bed. Actually, I have a lot of emails to respond to, so anybody looking at this thinking, I emailed you a week ago, I'm so sorry. I'm going to try and get to it tonight. If not tonight, tomorrow morning, I promise. Or something like that. But this is what I'm going through, thank you for listening if you listen to all of it. Give me some kind words in the space below because this man is trying to bring a sister low. He trying to get me to curse him all the way out and be in the whole family feud. Listen, I'm not trying to feud over no man, especially no man that's not worth nothing, not worth a damn. No. So I'm just going to cut the ties smoothly. Make no complaints to his wife. And just be like, hey, cuz, bye, cuz, peace, cuz. That's all we at. And enjoy your man. Keep him away from me. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. But anyway, be blessed. Hopefully in the next video, I have words of wisdom, words of peace, and a smile of grace. And all you do, just be great. As I share with some young women at Juneteenth, be who God created you to be. And I think that, people think that when people walk in the purpose that God created them to walk in, that they are pushovers, that they're ignorant. Like this guy, Cuzzo, he said today, he goes, oh, you brand new. You new to this, aren't you? And I said, yes, I am new. I'm not here to impress you. I'm not trying to act like I've rehabbed a home before, but I'm not new to life. I know a jerk when I see a jerk. I know people when they trying to get over on me. You ain't new. You're not a new situation. Well, he's a new level, but I've known jerks. But anyway, all that to say, you know, it is what it is. It's an experience. It's unfortunate that, you know, it's a black man. Always unfortunate when the brothers are worse than everybody else. But I can't say that they've ever been better than anybody else in the span of my life. I've always hoped that they would be, but they haven't proven themselves to be. So this is where we are. I am no longer starry-eyed and puffy-tailed. It is what it is, and so be it. Be blessed. Enjoy your weekend. Thanks for listening. Okay, so I'm home in my apartment. I showered, washed my hair, and my dusty little mock turban. And as I approached my door, I realized, I said, yeah, right before I came in the house, I had to sit in the car for a little bit longer. I ate half the pizza that I ordered and most of the lemon meringue pie. And I think I'm ready for bed now. I ain't gonna get no work done. No emails tonight, I guess. Sorry. But as I hit my front door, I was like, yeah, tomorrow's his last day. I will rather shovel plaster and cement board all weekend than to put up with this any longer, you know. So I'll probably have a half day tomorrow. I have a couple other contractors coming in, so I think I'll feel rather comfortable with other people around, and the neighbors are quite nosy, and they pride themselves on being nosy, so I have no concerns, honestly, with being killed and left for dead with no one knowing. Someone will know. So my dark humor there. But anyway, I had a moment of wisdom, or grace. No, wisdom, no grace. Still no grace, so sorry. As I showered, and what it was when people tell you who they are, believe them. You know, I started thinking, so not to put the family business out there, but I'm going to put the family business out there. One of the most violent episodes of my life was when I was about 16 or 17. And I fought a grown man. Got beat by a grown man, thrown across the room by a grown man, whatever. But it involved this cousin, not the husband of the cousin, but the cousin herself, and another cousin. And these are my mother's first cousins. And it turned out that they were family business. All the cousins, at least 3 of them, perhaps 4. I don't know how far the ring went, but this particular night, it was the 3 sitting at the table with this man. They were all playing cards. Me and my sister were observing. So it was my mom and 2 of her cousins and this man. And it was known that my mom was dating this man. I didn't much care for him. Actually, I didn't know she was dating him until this night, because the cousins put the business out there. My mom was pretty private with her stuff. So I didn't know he was my mom's piece until everything just literally hit the fan. So I don't remember the exact conversation. I know that this cousin that whose husband I'm dealing with this week was involved, and this is what came to my memory as I was preparing for my shower tonight. What it was that the cousins were sleeping with this man behind my mom's back. They sort of threw it in her face. All the shit hit the fan. And he really wasn't remorseful, and he was just like, you know, it is what it is. And I think he said something to my mom, like he disrespected my mom in front of me, and I got in his face, and I was like, well, we don't do that here. No, boy, I don't give a bleep who you are, but you're not going to disrespect my mother in front of me, boy, man, whoever you want to be. And he must have called me something, and my mom was like, oh, hell to the no, you are not going to disrespect my daughter in front of me. And he must have touched my mom, and I literally jumped on this man. And I was like, I don't know, I don't even know you, and you're touching my mama in front of me? Oh no, it's not going down like that. So yeah, this is the one and only time I ever fought a grown man. I was about 16 very athletic, just, you know, but my athleticism did not come into the picture. I was just like, you're not going to, like, who are you, you know? It turned out he was a felon. Multiple assaults, all this stuff. Well known, who knew? I didn't. But anyway, I jumped on him. He tossed me across the room. My mom then jumped on him. He tossed her. Then my sister jumped in, and literally he took his turn tossing all three of us around the kitchen, while my mom's two cousins sat at the kitchen table smoking and drinking like it was a show. And that blew my fucking mind, because, and I remember telling them at one point that I couldn't understand how, one, they're all treacherous enough to sleep with the same man and, you know, act like it was nothing. But two, that they would allow this man to disrespect their cousin and her daughters in their home. And three, that they wouldn't do anything about it. And they basically responded that my mom is a grown woman and she knows what's up. That was their response. So anyway, all this came to mind tonight. And I was like, so this man that who is my cousin's husband, of about 15 years, literally saying, if we ever get into it, I'm gonna shoot you. I'm not gonna fight you. Like, I literally wasn't even thinking about this incident. Like, if I was 16, that was 30 years ago. 30 years. So I wasn't even thinking about that, but it literally came to my memory when I got through my front door. And I was like, this is the type of people she deals with. Like, this is not like an idle one-off, you know, oh, here's an old man joking. This is literally the type of people she deals with. And I know it from experience. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, well, if people are telling you who they are, why are you even, I'm done. Like, I'm not trying to go pack a gun and take it to a house every day because some worker who can't stand that he's working for a woman is in his feelings. Like, this is crazy to me. But anyway, family business aside, that's pretty much why I'm not so close with the cousin. I remember stuff when memory serves, you know. But people really don't change. They are who they are. And I think we like to make the mistake of thinking that people have bettered with age, matured with age, mellowed with age. They become better versions of themselves. And in some cases, they may have. In most cases, they probably haven't. And so, you know, there are... let me just say that when I came back to Milwaukee, I wasn't interested in reconnecting with anybody. And not necessarily because, you know, I didn't want to, you know, maintain relationship, but because I wanted to do what I needed to do without distraction. And this is exactly the type of distraction I didn't want to be bothered with. Family drama. This is exactly it. You know, people getting into their feelings, people having expectations, people making demands on your time, on your resources, on your attention, on your, you know, just on your well-being. And I didn't want to be bothered. And I should have just listened to my first instinct and not accepted help. And I tell myself this every time. No one has, literally, this is the story of my life. No one has ever offered me help where the end result has been total gratitude for me. It has always brought more trouble than assistance, every single time. And, you know, I get frustrated when people talk about, oh, you know, you need to build a circle. Oh, you need a network. Oh, you need people to help you, you know, build success and all this other stuff. I'm like, no, I don't. Because whenever somebody else steps into my space and into my life, they mess it up. They bring their junk. I don't need people's junk. What do I need people's junk for? But yeah, so yeah, this person who I thought was the ace for the first day has turned into a millstone. And it's like, wow, I really didn't need this junk to come at me like this. So that spot of wisdom is, when people tell you who they are, believe them. They know it better than you. Be at peace.